In a typical communist abuse of power, New York Attorney General Letitia James openly admitted that the judge on her case against Donald Trump had already decided he was guilty of financial fraud before the trial even started. Now, we're counting on the fact that there are some people in the Democratic Party with a triple-digit IQ who are going to let her know that she can't admit to something like that publicly, and she will put out either a mea culpa with an explanation, or she will insult the American people by claiming those who complained about what she said are too stupid to understand what she really meant. You can count on that. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in a politically charged case like this against Trump, led by Letitia James, a stunning admission this week. It confirms what many of us feared, that at least in New York, due process has been completely abandoned. You know, James, who vowed to get Trump when she took office, declared something on video. I want you to hear it.
After 11 weeks in court, we rested our case against Donald Trump, the Trump Organization, and other defendants. We brought this case after our 4-year investigation revealed that Donald Trump committed repeated and persistent fraud and unjustly enriched himself, his family, and his business.
Yeah, at their definitions, which is not really comporting to the law.
Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump did engage in years of significant financial fraud.
Guys, did you hear that? Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump did engage in years of significant financial fraud. So the judge did a summary judgment, okay? But she just admitted that the judge ruled in their favor before the trial even began. You see what she said? So, in other words, the judge already had a bias against Trump and in favor of Letitia James, because, guys, there's some communist plot going on here among the Democratic Party, and it's a symbiote between local, state, and federal Democrats. I mean, they all want to stop Trump from running in 2024. That's what this case is about. When you have expert financial witnesses who are saying, we went over all of Trump's books, the organization, and we found no fraud. These people do not work for Donald Trump, right? So imagine that the judge decides you're guilty before even hearing any of the evidence. There's a Canadian lawyer who goes by Viva Frey. He correctly stated when he said that is called communism. That is called an absolute judicial injustice. Now, both James and the judge should face impeachment for this miscarriage of justice. Nothing's going to happen to him. You know, even more damning, expert witnesses did later testify that they found no proof of fraud by Trump, but the judge had already made up his mind. Adding to the partisan circus, the judge's own wife went on an anti-Trump tirade during the trial. She did many of them. And his law clerk, she campaigned with James. That's hardly impartial, right? James is openly talking about this as the sitting attorney general of the state of New York. Don't we conservatives always hear from government saying, oh, I can't talk about that because it's an open case, right? Well, here we have her out there. The case is still ongoing, and she's out there giving speeches like this. Are you kidding me? There's nothing proper about it. So Trump rightly blasted this upside down process, stating that his financials were extremely undervalued, which is exactly correct. This judge didn't know squat one about Florida property values, and yet he got in his mind that he was going to find Trump guilty. When the judicial system just tosses out objectivity and due process to pursue a personal vendetta, it undermines the entire rule of law itself. This case demands a full investigation, but who's going to do it? Certainly not the New York governor, Kathy Hochul, and certainly not the federal government. You get them involved, they might come up with even more fake charges against Trump. The only good thing about that is that Trump's polls will probably go even higher. All right, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and share our videos with like-minded friends who want to stay informed with what's really going on. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next.